in here. There. All right, Rudy, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, Rudy, 5 minutes on the clock. Rudy Ramirez, former council member in Chula Vista, current business owner as well for many years in Chula Vista, running for the mayor seat in 2022. Rudy, thank you so much for being with us today. And
Pleasure being here.
To the first question. Chula Vista, of course, fantastic city, countless positives, but there's always something we want to work on. In your eyes, what is that one big issue in Chula Vista, and how would you address it as mayor?
Yeah. Well, as you said, there's a thousand things going on in Chula Vista. Not all of them are great. We do have a lot of very, very strong things happening, very good things happening in Chula Vista. But one of the areas that I think I want to identify as one of the big issues is the issue of homelessness in Chula Vista. Not just because of the human tragedy, but also because of the degradation to neighborhoods and the quality of life, for people, both in the homeless community and the communities that they affect. And apart from that, of course, the resources that they take up, they take up tremendous amount of resources. And if we don't find a better, more effective way to deal with it, it's going to be draining resources from now until, who knows when, forever. And so people on the east side of Chula Vista are asking for more police patrols. If we begin to get a handle on all of those calls for service that are going to this particular community, we're going to be able to do more of that. Same thing on some of the proactive work that we need to do in law enforcement. I mean, one of the things that we need most in law enforcement is to give our officers proactive time. That's time when they're not just responding to calls, but are able to work in the community, do some community-based policing and those sorts of things that everybody knows works. Just we can never really find the time and the resources to do that. So now we have to identify homelessness. I have a plan for doing that. I expect to be able to hit the problem straight on. And I see it as that we need to be able to work regionally with nonprofits and other cities to enhance the ecosystem of support services and housing, so that all the burden doesn't come to Chula Vista. And so, I identify homelessness as probably a primary issue.
All right, Rudy. We've got 2:24 still on the clock here. Rudy, second question. You've spent time and effort putting together your campaign. You've been in office in Chula Vista before. People can Google you, find out most things about you. But what is one thing you want the people of Chula Vista to know before they vote about you that they're not going to find in Google or on your campaign?
Well, you're right. I've spent a tremendous amount of time on this campaign, almost a year now since we started. And one of the things that people don't know, and something they're not going to see if they go to my website, is that one of the most important members of my campaign committee is right here with me. And she's, let me just introduce you. This is Ali, and she is one of the most important members of my campaign committee. She provides a lot of inspiration and help. Ali, say hello to everybody. Okay. Anyways, seriously though, as you can tell, I am an animal lover. And when I was on the city council, I was served from 2006 to 2014 during the Great Recession. And anybody who remembers that remembers what a crisis we had. People were leaving their homes. And one of the effects of that was that people were turning in their dogs and animals to the animal control facility. And we had a tremendous problem with putting down good animals that needed to be adopted. We were just overwhelmed. And so I took that project on and ultimately created the right balance and created a new ordinance to make our animal control facility a no-kill shelter. I don't know how well they've done in recent years, but it's something that I want to focus on if I get elected mayor again, to make sure that we're working with some of those rescue people to place animals and then make sure that we are continuing to be a no-kill center at our animal control facility.
All right, Rudy, we've got 30 seconds still left on the clock. The time is yours. What else would you like to say?
I think I've said it all. I've introduced you to my team, and it's good. Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to your viewers.
All right, Rudy, 17 seconds left. You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Rudy Ramirez, former council member running for the seat of 2022 for mayor of Chula Vista. Rudy, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.